Hi guys, good afternoon to all my lovely and cherished viewers. Today is another interesting day in our life, and as usual, I am going to share a very important message, very important topic on know your right as a power consumer. Today I'm going to talk about as a customer, always ask for an identification card before allowing anybody who comes to your house as an ECG worker. You have the right to inquire, you have the right to ask, Master, can I see your ID card? And when you get the ID card, check the person, the photo on the ID card and the person face. Make sure that the picture on the ID card and then the one that is holding that card, they look the same. That is the person on the ID card. Make sure that the person showing you the ID card, that is his picture inside the ID on the ID card. This is your right. You have the right to ask, Master, can I see your ID card? And at times, if you want to be sure, turn the ID card back. Behind the ID card, turn the back of the ID card. You will see the signature of the managing director of ECG to confirm or to make it authentic that this particular ID card is indeed coming from ECG. It is your right. Don't be afraid to ask for this, because a lot of people, a lot of customers have contacted me telling me that, oh, I'm in my house, I've seen 8 people enter my house, that they are from ECG and they are not having any ID card. When you ask them about the ID card, then they get angry. Let me tell you something. It is your right to demand for anybody who comes to your house as an ECG worker, demand for the ID card. Demand for the ID card. If the person cannot show you the ID card, ask the person to go back and bring the ID card. It is your right. Don't let anybody deceive you. It is your right to demand for an identification card before allowing people to enter your house to check. Maybe you might not know. The person can be an the person can be an armed robber. The person can be a thief. The person can be a bad person who is using ECG just to get chance to enter your house and harm you or steal your property. You might never know. So when we are talking about demanding for an ID card, it's not like we are trying to sabotage some people's work. We are trying to sabotage some people's job. No, it is the right. Every ECG staff, every ECG field worker has an identification card. So anyone who appears in your house without an ID card, ask the person to go and bring the ID card. Unless you know the person already, unless you know that this person there is working at ECG, I know him or her, I've known him already. That person, that way you can allow the person to enter your house. But when you are in your house and you see strangers coming to your house in the name of ECG, demand for an identification card. Even the contractors who are working for ECG, installing meters and other works that they do for third party of workers who are doing work for ECG, they all have an identification card as contractors. They all have an identification card as contractors. So if anyone comes to your house, whether I'm a contractor, I'm an ECG staff, I'm a what, demand for the identification card. The reason why I am putting this across is that I am still receiving calls from customers. Oh, Adams, I'm in my house and 2 people or 3 people came. They said they are from ECG. They want to disconnect our meter. They're demanding money. They are doing this. This is what I want to make it clear to all power consumers. It is your right. It is your duty to demand for an identification card before you allow any person into your house. If they don't show you, if you don't know the person already, the person is a stranger, the person, don't allow the person to enter your house. Let him or her go and bring the identification card, because we all believe that every ECG field worker, everybody that ECG want to send to customers' premises must have an identification card. So don't allow anybody, any crook to come to your house. They end up coming to extort money from you in the name of ECG, putting the workers of ECG name at risk, blackmailing them, and then making it look like as if all ECG workers are thieves, because we have people, guru boys and other people who come to your house to extort money from you in the name of ECG. And because the customers see them as ECG workers, then they have come into conclusion that all ECG workers are thieves. Let me tell you something. I'm not saying that anybody is perfect or ECG workers don't do some certain things like that. I'm not saying, I cannot sit here and deny that. Okay? But what I'm saying is that most of the people, most of the customers that are victims of extortion, that are victims of people taking their money, some of them are not ECG workers. Okay, not anybody holding a screwdriver or a cable or electricity wire is an ECG staff. No, ECG staffs are there, but they are well trained and they are giving all the identification you need to enter into somebody's house. You can't go to airport. Most of the places I used to go are the highly rated areas like airport, Jowulu, Abelemkwe, Roman Ridge. These are where the elite stays. And I'm telling you, I'm standing here to tell you, the man at Nima, the man at Newtown, the man at Alajo, let me tell you, when we go to these places, if you don't show your ID card, nobody will allow you. The security man will not even allow you to enter your house. You can carry all the ECG documents and go and show him that, yes, I'm coming from ECG. They will still not allow you to enter their premise. What shows that you are from ECG? The only thing that shows that you are from ECG is your identification card. So try to demand for an identification card. It is your right, it is your duty to ask as a customer. This is the reason why I created Know Your Right as a power consumer. And these were some of the things I wanted to highlight to let customers know their right. So that anybody coming in the name of ECG, they should be able to question the person, ask the person, because they own that right to question you. Show me your ID card. That is what I want all customers who are watching this program to know. Demand for their ID card so that people will not come in the name of ECG, tarnishing the image of ECG workers, tarnishing the image of ECG as a whole, and be extorting money from customers, exploiting customers at the name of ECG. And then when the real ECG, when he's going out, people are tagging him as a corrupt person, as a thief, or as a bad person. No, no, no. And like I said, I'm not saying that everybody in ECG is perfect. No, field workers, all field workers are not perfect. Everybody has shortcomings. That is why you have to identify the person. When you identify the person and you can prove that this person has done this to me, ECG can take it out. Because at times people come and extort money from you. You come to ECG and report the person that, oh, this person, when they check, the person is not ECG staff. You have been cheated. You have been duped. Because the person is not ECG staff for ECG to make investigation and find out the person, or call all the workers in that place, identify this person. All the workers come, the field workers, they all come and stand, and when you check, you cannot find the person there. They mean the person is an imposter. So ask for an identification card. I am telling you.